to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sectional 23, the championship game here at the Castle this evening. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker and Noah Tobias bringing you the action between your Norwell Knights, who come into this game at 22-2 versus the 14-9 Bishop Luers Knights. Now, probably the most interesting, intriguing thing about this game is the fact that these two teams just played on January 26th, less than 2 weeks ago. That was a 56-53 Norwell victory at Bishop Luers, which is a very difficult place to play. In fact, that win, if I remember right, Derek, was the first in 7 years at Bishop
It was
Luers?
5.
5 years, okay.
Yep. Yeah, first time in 3 previous trips making to Luers for a win. And we talked about it. It's a really, really old gym. When you bounce it on the floor, you can hear it echo on the basement below. And it's just an overall tough place to play. It's a little bit dark in there. It's just different from the friendly confines of the castle here. But the story of that one was Norwell's early third quarter run that allowed them to get out of the gate early in the second half and en route to a victory there at Luers.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a key for the Knights, how they start the first quarter and how they start the third quarter. Of course, they've been very good in third quarter starts so far here in the postseason. Most strikingly so in their first game against Columbia City. They trailed 25-20 at halftime in that one after a very tight start and ran off a 21-4 third quarter that really put the game away on Tuesday night. Now, they came out hot in the first quarter last night and were never really threatened as they put up 27 points in that first quarter last night. Bishop Luers, similar situation. Neither one of their games very close at all, as Luers last night defeated Mississinawa by, I believe, 21.
Yep.
65-44. On Tuesday night, they defeated Belmont, very similar score, 65-43. So both the teams in the championship games had to go the long route. Neither one of them had the bye, as Heritage and Mississinawa had the advantage from that standpoint, and it didn't pay off for them at all.
Yeah.
As both teams were routed to end their seasons. But I expect a very good game here tonight, Noah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Last game, Norwell came out only by 3, but Bishop Luers, they had a couple chances to take the lead there in the last stretch. But you know what? Norwell, if I remember right, they were having a little bit of an off game. They didn't start the game off very well at all. But then in that second half, they went on a 13-0 run. And then all of a sudden, Bishop Luers turned the tables a little bit, and they went on a little bit of a run of their own. But Norwell did play good enough, I guess I should say, to pull out a win versus Luers. But I think tonight it's going to be really, we really just need to watch if Norwell comes out strong or if they come out a little weaker like they did before sectionals really started, because or like they did in the first game of sectionals, because last night they did a great job of coming out strong.
Yeah, they really did. I think they had a little bit of a wake-up call against Columbia City on Tuesday night and really rectified that against Heritage by just causing all kind of havoc on the defensive end of the floor. Norwell is predicted by Harrell to come out on top tonight, 62-51. Of course, their scoring average right at 63. Over the last 15 years, the series between these two teams tied at 5-5. The other interesting footnote is against common foes. Luers 9-5, Norwell 11-2. And it's interesting that Norwell's only 2 losses were to Homestead and Leo over the course of the season. Both those teams knocked off Luers, I believe.
What?
That's exactly right. Did I put you to sleep there, Derek?
Yeah.
The soothing tones of my voice.
The soothing tone of Greg Van Meter.
I rely on your encyclopedic memory.
It's not that good.
Well, we're going to have some fun tonight regardless. We were just talking about common opponents for these 2 teams. And Norwell's 2 losses coming to Homestead and Leo.
Yeah.
Luers lost to both of those squads as well.
Yeah, Luers Homestead blew them out, and I think that's something to compare Norwell to, as they played them even for 3 quarters after Homestead got out to a really quick start here at the Castle in a great environment back in December, I believe. That's when it might have been January, but regardless, Norwell gave them a tough game. They got it near 10 points a couple of times. Were just a couple of threes away from making that ball game really close down the stretch. Just couldn't quite get over the hump. Homestead's been beaten just twice this year by the top 3A team in Illinois, and of course by Heritage Christian. Heritage Christian, the heavy favorite to play the winner of this sectional game at Columbia City next Saturday at 10 o'clock, followed by the winners of the Garrett sectional and the Tippecanoe Valley sectional at noon, and then the winners playing each other at 8 o'clock next Saturday, all at Columbia City. Favorites in those 2 are Tippy Valley and Dwenger to come out of those 2 sectionals.
That's what these 2 teams are playing for tonight. I think one of the keys for Norwell, and Eric Thornton touched on it just a little bit last night, is Norwell got badly beaten on the boards at Luers on the 26th. Yeah. They have got to pursue rebounds. They're not going to be able to physically hold Luers off the boards. They've got to rely on their quickness, not only on the defensive end and to get shots, but also in getting rebounds. When this team can figure that out, and when they play that way, they're pretty tough to beat.
Yeah, last night's game, you kind of touched up on it with Coach Thornton, actually, about how you saw how Quinn, Kenzie, and Kaylee Roller really did a good job of just following their shots, and a couple times Quinn Shelton.
Casey Strunk as well.
Yeah, and Casey Strunk. Yeah, really, all of the starting 5 girls did a great job of doing that, but I remember a couple times specifically, Quinn Shelton did a great job. She would follow her shot, and that's something that she hasn't really done really at all this season, but last night she did a great job of kind of learning about that, and she got a couple putback points because of that.
Yeah, she really did, and it energized, I think, the offense a little bit, seeing her pursuit of the basketball. We'll take a real quick break, be back with the balance of the pregame show, along with starting lineups and the sportsmanship speech. We'll be right back.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Welcome back to the Castle and the pregame show for the championship game of Sectional 23.
This is Fort Wayne Luers. Absolutely, you talked about it a little bit, dominating Norwell on the boards, and relatively, it was a very physical game.
Yeah.
It was, and no fouls are called in Fort Wayne. That's just kind of the way they let them bump and run in the SAC. But it's a little different. This sectional's been called relatively tight. It's been very consistent throughout the 4 games in this sectional, and I expect it to be the same tonight. Of course, 3 of the officials out of the 6 that officiated on Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah, we will have to take a break here as they play the national anthem. That's why we wanted to bring it back after just the New Holland Tri-County commercial. We're not allowed to play copyrighted material on YouTube. So you'll hear some commercials for just a moment.
Hyundai Motors is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with an outstanding selection of low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs that are in fantastic condition. And their ASE certified technicians in the service department offer oil changes, brakes, AC tune-ups, as well as a full line of replacement parts and tires, and are the best in customer satisfaction. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to browse their inventory of new and used vehicles.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We will join public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser with the starting lineups for each team this evening.
And now the starting lineup for the Norwell Lady Knights. Starting at a guard, a 5'3" senior, number 34, Casey Struck. At another guard, a 5'4" senior, number 12, Mackenzie Sawyer. At the other guard, a 5'6" junior, number 20, Kaylee Roller. At a forward, a 5'9" senior, number 32, Quinn Shelton. And at the other forward, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Stephanie Conrad.
Once again, those starters for Bishop Luers, it's Kayla Kanapke wearing number 3, Catherine Kanapke 5, 14 Emma Wolf, number 25 Grace Everett, and number 33 for head coach Mark Pixley. For your Lady Knights, it's number 12 Mackenzie Sawyer, number 20 Kaylee Roller, number 24 Stephanie Conrad, number 32 Quinn Shelton, and number 34, Casey Strunk for head coach Eric Thornton. And I'll tell you, one girl that may play a big role tonight off the bench for Luers, was very impressed with her at Luers, Taylor Bradley.
Yeah,
she 5'11" junior.
Yeah, she missed a layup right under the basket that may have beaten the Lady Knights of Norwell.
Able to control the tip are the Luers Lady Knights. Knights on Knights again this evening. Nice backdoor cut by Emma Wolf. And Casey Strunk just turned her head for a brief moment. Just like that, Bishop Luers takes a quick 2-0 lead, and Luers appears to be playing a box-in-one on Stephanie Conrad. Guarding her, number 25, Grace Everett. So this is something that the Knights haven't seen a whole lot of. They've seen it a couple of times, but not a lot. So they'll reconstruct their offense here a little bit. Conrad coming way out beyond the three-point line. There's a good pass underneath to Shelton. Shelton up with it, can't get it to go. However, Casey Strunk pulls down the rebound. That's got to be a foul on Catherine Kanapke. They finally call it. Kanapke, just a sophomore, but she's 5'11", had a real good game in the semifinal last night.
Yeah, she did. Played a good part for Luers in that win.
That's the first foul of this ball game as Quinn Shelton with a 3-ball off the inbounds play. That gives the Knights of Norwell the lead. Norwell in their trapping zone defense. That's almost thrown away. Kaylee Roller hustling to knock it out of bounds.
Another nice Norwell crowd on hand.
Yeah, very good. Very good crowd. I'm surprised there's not more Luers people here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they struggled to bring in attendance for the Tuesday and Friday games as well.
They did. Norwell playing that 2-3 trap right now, it appears, as Kanapke will launch a long three and get it to go. That almost looked like Casey Strunk got a fingertip on it. Oops, quick on the trigger finger there. And the seesaw early here as Luers back to a 5-3 lead. 6:25 left on the clock here in the first. Strunk picked up her dribble a little early there, as Everett not following Conrad out beyond the arc.
That's 2 on Catherine Kanapke already.
And that'll bring Bradley into the game. It's a big spot already for Luers. Bradley did a great job throughout that basketball game on the 26th.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Yeah.
Just pulled down board after board in that game.
Yep, very physical.
Sawyer will launch a three, no good. But the rebound controlled by Conrad. Conrad will drive on Bradley. Missed the shot. Had a good look at it. Couldn't get it to go. Emma Wolf the other way. She'll shoot just about every time she gets it. Puts it up and scores. And Kaylee Roller quickly the other way. Shelton goes baseline. The floater no good, and she's fouled. And that'll go on Bradley. So the Bigs in trouble early here with fouls for Bishop Luers. That's a third team foul on the Knights from Fort Wayne.
Yeah, that'll really benefit Norwell if they can manage to get the Bigs in foul trouble early and knock down the free throws.
Shelton looked good on that one. As Quinn, I thought, really picked up her game last night versus Tuesday. Noah kind of alluded to it in the pregame show. Kayla Kanapke with the basketball, and a kick is going to be called on Shelton. Kanapke got frustrated early in that basketball game on the 26th and
kind of
got
led to
physical.
things. Yeah, really physical.
She ended up fouling out, although she didn't play a lot of the second half with 4 fouls. Luers moving the basketball around the perimeter against Norwell's zone. That's a couple of misses. It'll remain Luers basketball as Roller got kind of tied up on the far side with Bradley. Kaylee giving up about 6 inches to Bradley. Kanapke looks to Bradley, was cutting across the lane, and now she's picked up her dribble. That's Grace Everett, who had a real nice first half for Luers in their first meeting this year. Getting the shot up was Sarah Braun. Couldn't get it to go. Shelton the other way. The floater no good, but Conrad pulls down the rebound. Oh, boy, that's a quick jump ball.
Yeah, it's
remain Norwell.
Still nice to see Shelton attack the basket.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even better to see her finish more around the rim.
There's the inbound pass to Conrad. Back to Strunk, and she'll set up the offense for the Knights. Luers still in that box and one that Coach Pixley has constructed. It's Everett guarding Conrad. Sawyer with another three.
Sawyer was hot last night. She's carried that over into tonight, and she can play a big part for Norwell from the outside.
Yeah, she did not hit at all at Bishop Luers. There's a steal by Sawyer, but the ball bounced on the inline. It'll go back to Bishop Luers.
Norwell still has not put in any substitutes yet, and they haven't had to.
4:41 left here in the first quarter.
Expect to see this game be pretty quick. Both of these teams like to run a little bit of an up-tempo offense. Norwell especially has picked it up here late in the season as Wolf misses another three.
I'll tell you what, I'd let her take that shot all day long. A fadeaway three as Kaylee Roller. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, a lot of contact underneath.
Luers gets a huge break as Bradley just knocked Roller down on the play. I don't know. Any one of the three officials could have called it. Didn't have to be the one closest to the play as Bradley loses the handle.
Jump ball.
Oh, that's another very iffy call.
Staying with Luers on the possession arrow. Yeah, it's a championship game. There's got to be lots of things going on.
Well, I think the reason why he called that the jump ball was Quinn Shelton's hand was right on top of the basketball, and really,
there's a steal.
I thought it was a good call.
Sawyer up ahead to Conrad. Conrad gets it to go. Excellent steal by Sawyer on the play. Just kind of snuck in from the backside. That's Braun finds doggone it.
Another jump ball. This time it's a turnover, and they'll go to Norwell.
Emma Wolf got stuck on her name there for a second. Well, Bradley, while she's a very strong rebounder, does not have very good hands.
No.
And that's a struggle for her right now receiving the basketball as Mark Pixley calls a 30-second timeout. We'll take it along with him and be right back. Your Knights up by 3.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
Welcome back to the Castle. 3:54 on the clock here in the first quarter.
Coach Mark Pixley rarely leaves timeouts unused in a basketball game.
I believe you are correct on that, as he burned through them in a hurry up at Luers the other night, as Luers bringing a little bit of full half-court defense. That's Sawyer again for 3. This one's a little long. The rebound controlled by Bradley.
Nice strong rebound.
Catherine Kanapke on the bench for the Knights. Wolf will, no, she passed it. As Everett hits the short jumper. You don't see that very often. Typically, when Emma Wolf gets it, she's going to put it up.
Yeah, very rarely does she get an assist, but actually she's given it up a couple of times early, and that may be the key for Luers.
Yeah, certainly keeps her teammates in the game. There's Quinn Shelton for 3, way long, and Sarah Braun pulled down the rebound. Luers quickly the other way. They can retake the lead. There goes Wolf and misses the shot. I think Strunk actually might have got a hand on that ball.
It's no shot.
Foul will be on Kaylee Roller, I believe. At least that's who the referee was looking over. It is. And that's first foul on the Knights. Bradley way up top. You're not going to see her up there very much. Kanapke now to Braun. Braun will put up the short jumper. No good. Good position by Stephanie Conrad on the rebound. Shelton heads the other way with 2:48 to go. Kaylee Roller will launch at 3. That's off. The rebound is off of Casey Strunk. It'll be Luers' ball. And we're going to have another sub for Bishop Luers. Madison Jennings. And Jennings, another senior, one of 5 on the Luers roster. She had a real good game on Tuesday night, I believe. Norwell in the 1-3-1 trap now as Wolf gets it underneath to Bradley. Bradley with the turnaround, and Bishop Luers retakes the lead.
Norwell hasn't scored in a couple of minutes here.
Yeah, and almost a steal there by the Knights. Shelton will drive, can't get it to go, but the long rebound gathered up by Roller. Boy, cross-court pass to Shelton. That's a bullet of a pass from Casey Strunk. You can tell she's a softball player. There she gets it into Conrad. Conrad with the left hand scores. Good play by Norwell, and 2 excellent passes there by Strunk. He didn't give up on that play even after the first time didn't work. Wolf with a long 3, no good. That's Jennings with the rebound, and Kaylee Roller comes out of there with it. That'll be 2 fouls on Bradley,
That's
I believe.
huge. Yeah.
So with 1:41 left here in the first quarter, Coach Mark Pixley now has both of his bigs in foul trouble. Kayla Kanapke will come back into the game replacing Bradley, but that takes a lot of height away from the Bishop Luers Knights.
Yeah, but expect to see Norwell try to penetrate the lane more.
It looks like they're staying in the box and 1. They're just trying to deny Conrad the basketball, as it's Jennings guarding her now. The other 4 Luers in a zone defense. Good find. Strunk out front, thought about it. And Shelton will reset. It's batted out of bounds. That was Emma Wolf that got her hand on that pass. 1:21 left in the quarter. Strunk will set for the Knights. Boy, they are really hanging on Stephanie Conrad. Not quite sure where Quinn was going with that pass. I think she was trying to get it to Casey Strunk, but it's pretty far offline.
Yeah, first Norwell turnover.
The Knights have yet to make a substitution. Almost 7 minutes into this first quarter as Wolf, oh my goodness, a long three that wasn't very close. And they're going to call a foul on Norwell. That was Casey Strunk fighting for rebounding position underneath with Braun. Jennings launched the three.
That was not close.
No. Inbounding will be Wolf. Kayla Kanapke with a 2-ball. Well short. That's got to be Norwell's basketball. It was off of Sarah Braun. As Kanapke, did that hit the rim?
I don't believe it did.
It didn't look like it, did it? Norwell hasn't had much trouble with the pressure that Luers has been bringing. But they're only pressing with 4 people. Right there's Conrad with the putback. Strunk with a good take. And Stephanie just followed her to the rim. And guys, we talked about it before the game as the foul's called on Sarah Braun, team's 5th. They are really pursuing the basketball and the rebounds.
Yeah, they're doing a much better job of getting after it. They were getting down the floor too quick previously towards the end of the season, the regular season anyway, as Courtney Beer's going to check in for the first Norwell substitute.
She replaces Mackenzie Sawyer. The Knights have their biggest lead of the game now at 4. Very tight here to start between these two squads. Pretty evenly matched.
Yep.
Emma Wolf with the basketball, dribbles into the trap, but gets out of it. Braun now on the baseline, Kanapke. And a long three by Braun, no good. And pulling down the rebound, it'll be another jump ball. It'll be Luers' ball. It is physical underneath, fellas.
Very physical.
There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on. So far, the ref's not paying a whole lot of attention to it. Kanapke being guarded by Beers. The Knights are in their man-to-man. Everett. And how is Braun able to be in the lane that long?
Yeah, she's been in the lane for a long time.
Man, she started at the free throw line and just kind of stood there for a few seconds until she made her move down the lane. Oh, Kaylee Roller. That's a little bit out of her range.
Yeah.
As she was almost standing on the Knights sign.
Yeah, she's a real pure shooter, but that's just way too long.
Yep. Yeah. As at the buzzer, yeah, I think Kaylee didn't realize she had a chance to take one dribble up and shoot the shot. The Knights do lead here at the end of the first quarter, 15-13 over Bishop Luers. We'll take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors.
We listen.
And we help.
Behavioral health at Adams Memorial Hospital. Supportive so you're healthy in every way. We react.
And we heal.
Emergency services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Responsive so you're healthy in every way.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training. Others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
Well played quarter by both squads, although Norwell with a couple turnovers that we don't necessarily normally see out of them, Derek.
Right. But in all, it was a pretty clean quarter by both teams from a turnover standpoint, as the starters back out there for Norwell. The 5 that were on the floor to end the quarter are still on there for Luers.
As they've got a couple of players already with 2 fouls. Shelton's shot is blocked by Braun. It'll remain Norwell's ball. They say it was off of Sarah Braun, and the Knights will retain possession. Both Taylor Bradley and the starter, Catherine Kanapke, with 2 fouls apiece early on here. There's the backdoor pass to Shelton.
It worked. It just wasn't caught.
Yeah.
And it was kind of congested down there.
And Courtney Beers going to come in for Shelton.
Shelton had 5 early points before kind of cooling off.
Yeah, she had some good looks, too.
Yep.
Emma Wolf will be bringing it up here for Bishop Luers. That's Jennings with the basketball. Kayla Kanapke, nice pass underneath to Braun, and Braun ties it up. Good ball movement by Luers, going to the weak side and flipping it to the low post. Oh, boy, good pass to Conrad. She's able to score on the drive. And when they can get her the ball in position to be able to hit a seam,
yeah,
Luers has got no answer for her with their bigs out right now.
And not a lot of teams do, as she steps on the line. And it's another Luers turnover. It's number 3 of the evening.
Norwell has 2. Well played. 7 minutes left in this second quarter. As Quinn Shelton looking to check back in as she heads towards the scorer's bench. They broke the press a little differently that time. Roller for 3. That looked good from the moment it left her hand. Casey Strunk with the assist. And the Knights now with their biggest lead of the game at 5. That's going to be a foul on Kaylee Roller.
That's number 2 on Roller, the 3rd on the team, as
she just couldn't stop her momentum.
Yeah.
I think one of the big reasons why Coach Thornton wants Quinn Shelton to be in the game is because of that 1-3-1. She is so key to be on top of that 1-3-1 because she's so long and she can jump pretty high.
Well, and right now the Knights actually have a height advantage, which you can't say that very often about this Norwell squad. Kayla Kanapke will launch a 3, no good. The long rebound controlled by Jennings. Jennings blocked by Shelton. Braun gets it back out to Kanapke. Kanapke tries to drive, can't get it to go. I think Shelton got her hand on that one as well, Derek.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Quickly up the floor. That was Beer to Sawyer, and Sawyer will reset.
Yep, that's a foul on Madison Jennings. It's her first. The next one will put the Norwell Knights in the bonus.
Jennings is, of course, the player responsible for Stephanie Conrad right now.
Do have a score update for you, and this is very important to the winner of this sectional. Heritage Christian leads Tipton 18-11 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, not quite as bad as what I thought it might be. Shelton on the baseline, no good.
Yeah, that's a foul on Conrad.
Foul on Stephanie. That's her first. Just the team's fourth foul so far. Coach Thornton's telling Quinn, don't stop shooting that shot.
Now, Shelton's getting very good looks underneath. She's just not been able to convert to this point.
She's hit, 2 of them so far?
Yeah, I've got her for 1 of 7 from the floor.
1 so far, okay.
2 free throws.
Emma Wolf will launch a 3. Ooh, that was almost blocked by Shelton. Conrad pulls down the rebound.
Wolf has been cold from the field so far.
Shelton with a long 3. Good! Maybe that'll get her going. The Knights lead up to 8 now, and another timeout used by Mark Pixley already. We've got 5:34 left in the first half. The Knights up by 8. We'll take a break and be right back after these words from Paschetti's.
What do you guys want to eat for supper tonight?
I want Paschetti.
I want Paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton.
Derek, your favorite place to eat? I know
it is my favorite place to eat.
You know what? I have never been to Paschetti's.
They have a good lunch buffet.
I have never been there.
Their garlic knots, I hear, are phenomenal.
Oh, they are pretty good. And I think that's why I like the commercial the most, because I'm the only one on this broadcast team that's been there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Luers with the basketball and an 8-point deficit to this point.
Yeah, this kind of ballooned in a hurry for Norwell.
Yeah, a couple big shots. Shelton hitting her first 3 of the ball game. Kaylee Roller also drained a long 3. They've got Kayla Kanapke open on the weak side. Oh, nice move. Couldn't convert, though, as bodies all over. Catherine Kanapke in there with 2 fouls. Over the top. Sarah Braun, and they'll call it a jump ball. It'll remain Luers basketball. Boy, if I'm the Knights, I take it right at Catherine Kanapke at this point. She's got 2 fouls, and she's in there with 5:10 left in the second quarter. She's got the basketball right now on the backdoor cut.
Courtney Beer's going to be called for the hold.
That's a tough call. She had inside position on Grace Everett. I think that's one you just let it go. Everett got the basketball. Didn't really impede her progress. Oh, nice pass
play
underneath. And Catherine Kanapke misses one point-blank range at the rim. Norwell pushing the pace. There's Mackenzie Sawyer long, and Kanapke pulls down the rebound for Luers, way up ahead to Everett. Emma Wolf on the left side. She'll take a very tough shot, get her own rebound, and blocked by Shelton. Wolf again, 0 for 3 on the trip. And,
oh boy.
How is that not a foul?
There's 2 of them reaching around her.
Yeah, Kayla Kanapke. Well, it'll be Norwell's basketball. That's like the 4th jump ball call.
That might be the
already.
5th possession change.
Madison Jennings checks back in for Luers, replacing Grace Everett. It's like a 1-2-2 now is going to be employed by the Knights from Fort Wayne. Sawyer into the front court. Good job handling the basketball. Now Strunk. Beer in the corner finds Sawyer. Thought about the 3. She'll reset as Luers no longer in that box and 1. As Kayla Kanapke, good anticipation on that play for the steal. Another turnover on the Knights, and Emma Wolf will set it up. She's actually, she'll go to the rim, and she'll make this one.
Nice move in the lane, and a nice finish.
What is she, about 1 of 15 right now?
Emma is 3 of 12.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. She had that long pass. Now Beer in the corner. Boy, the Knights firing it around this zone. Shelton into the lane. Oh, can't get it to go as Emma Wolf comes out of there with it. Wolf will stop, drop it underneath to Braun. Braun can't get it to go. Blocked again by Shelton.
Is he saying that? No.
I think that may be called against Conrad, actually. Nope. Shelton picks up the foul. That's her first. Team 6. So both teams now with 6 fouls. And Sarah Braun will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Trying to add to her 4-point total.
Look good on that one. Good extension on the free throw.
As set to check in as Taylor Bradley for Sarah Braun.
Well,
that's
Coach
big.
Bixley, taking a chance. With 3:25 left in the half. 2 good free throws there by Sarah Braun. And Luers with their 2 biggest players now, both on the floor with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Coach Bixley really rolling the dice here with 3:23 left in the half.
And he's got Bradley on top of that 1-2-2. Just take it right at her, Casey. Kick out to Shelton for 3. Good again. Nice penetration by Strunk with the assist.
Shelton.
Wolf the other way.
Shelton leads all scorers with 11.
That's Jennings on the baseline. Wolf will launch a 3, no good. But Kayla Kanapke with a long rebound. Good defense by Casey Strunk. Wolf again up top, being guarded by, nice pass underneath. Bradley can't get it to go, and Beer will come out of there with the rebound. Boy, Luers really missing a lot of easy shots right now.
Very similar to what Norwell did on Tuesday.
Right, yeah, very similar. Beer will launch a 3. That one's no good, and Bradley comes out of there with the rebound for Luers. Wolf heads the other way with 2.5 left. Wolf working on Casey Strunk. Jennings looks inside for Kanapke, but good defense by Shelton on the positioning there.
Yeah,
Boy, that's 5-second call.
Yeah,
that had to be close to 5 seconds as Wolf gets the ball back with 2:03 left.
Yeah, the Knights have done a good job holding Emma Wolf to just 6 points.
Yeah, on 13 shots.
3 of 13.
Yeah. Kayla Kanapke being hounded by Mackenzie Sawyer. Sawyer really defending right now as Kanapke gets it back from Catherine Kanapke. Good defense by the Knights. Not allowing, there's a nice pass, and a pushing foul is going to be called on Norwell. It'll be 1-1. The foul goes on Courtney Beer, her second, team 7.
Jennings shooting the 1-1 as a sub set to check in. It's Sarah Braun returning as.
That's a good move by Coach Bixley, getting her out of the game with just 2 fouls.
Bradley took a seat on that one.
Jennings, that's a big miss on the front end of the 1-1. Minute and a half left here in the second quarter. Wide open, Mackenzie Sawyer for 3, no good. Well, that looked good when it was left her hand.
It did.
Emma Wolf the other way. Norwell not having any trouble at all with Luers' trap.
No.
That 1-2-2 not very effective. Wolf with a tough jumper, no good. Good defense by Strunk again on Emma Wolf. Now she may get hot in the second half, but they've done a good job on her here in the first. Beer, she's got to be careful. She's got 2 as well. She's got it on the right wing. Now Strunk hit by Kayla Kanapke, no call. Strunk with another assist, and Conrad gives the Knights their biggest lead at 28-19. 38 seconds left on the clock here in the half. Emma Wolf, dangerous pass to Sarah.
Sarah she traveled.
Sure did. And you know what? Mackenzie Sawyer made that turnover happen as she wanted to throw it across at the angle.
Yep.
And Sawyer stepped in.
Sawyer's been really improved on the defensive end as well.
Grace Everett back in. She's been down for quite a while.
Yeah, she has. But this Norwell team as a whole defensive unit has improved greatly over the course of this season.
Well, they've improved since they last played at Bishop Luers. 23 seconds on the clock. Strunk gets bumped by a couple of players, no call. Sawyer testing the water, finds Shelton on the baseline, 10 seconds. Shelton spins. Sawyer will launch a 3, no good. And the rebound controlled by Conrad, flips it out to Kanapke. She's going to have a chance to launch a long one. It's short, and that will end the half. A solid half for your Norwell Lady Knights. They lead Bishop Luers in the Sectional 23 championship game, 28-19. We'll take a break, hear from a few sponsors, and be back in just a couple minutes with your halftime show.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Welcome back to the Castle, where, according to your Subway scoreboard, the Lady Knights of Norwell lead the Lady Knights of Bishop Luers, 28-19, along with Derek Decker and Noah Tobias. This is Greg Van Meter bringing you the halftime show, and a very solid first half for the Knights, Noah.
Yeah, most definitely. Really, Norwell did a great job of just putting pressure on the ball at all times and getting their two bigs, getting Bishop Luers' two bigs into foul trouble early. I think that really set the pace for this game because I think if both of their bigs would have been there the entire time, they would have had a lot more chances of getting rebounds and putbacks. We've already seen from, what was it, number 40... No, I'm trying to think who it was. The bigger girl that came in as the sub, the black girl, I'm sorry. Bradley, I'm sorry. She made a little turnaround jump shot. I think if she would have been in there a little bit more, if it wasn't for her two fouls, she would have made a lot more of those, but also been more effective on the rebounding side.
Yeah, Norwell did a nice job taking it at her and getting in foul trouble early, and that was the key to that first half. Norwell got a ton of good looks. They're not shooting the best, but they've knocked down several big shots here in the first half to open up a 9-point lead. We'll start off with the visiting team in Luers. As a team, they turned the ball over 4 times, had 17 team rebounds. They were 8 of 35 from the field for 23%, 1 of 11 from three-point line for 9%, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line for 67%. Individually, Kayla Kanapke had 3 points and 2 rebounds. Catherine Kanapke had a rebound but was in foul trouble for most of that first half. Madison Jennings had 3 rebounds. Emma Wolf had 6 points and 3 rebounds. Taylor Bradley had 2 points and 3 rebounds. Grace Everett had 2 points and a rebound. Sarah Braun had 6 points and 4 rebounds. And that rounds out a team total of 19 points for Bishop Luers. For Norwell, as a team, they turned the ball over 3 times, had 14 team rebounds. From the field, they were 10 of 27 for 37%, 5 of 14 from the three-point line for 36%, and 3 of 3 at the free throw line for 100%. Individually, Mackenzie Sawyer had 3 points and 2 rebounds. Kaylee Roller had 3 points and a rebound. Courtney Beer had 2 rebounds. Stephanie Conrad had 11 points and 6 rebounds. Quinn Shelton had 11 points and a rebound. Casey Strunk had 5 assists and 2 rebounds. And that rounds out a team total of 28 for Norwell. Have a couple of scores to share with you. Heritage Christian leads with 4 minutes left in the second quarter, 33-15.
That sounds more like it.
Yeah, and at Garrett, Concordia leads Dwenger at the end of the first quarter, 7-4.
Wow. Not a lot of scoring going on in that one. Well, a couple things really jump out at me. Number one, a positive for Norwell. I guarantee you, and I know you've got the stats, I'd be interested to see what the first half rebounding differential was at Luers on the 26th tonight. Norwell with 14 and Bishop Luers with 17. And while you're looking that up, the other thing that really jumps out, Luers averages 59 points a game. They got 19 here at halftime.
Yeah, the rebounding margin was 15-11 in favor of Luers. They really made up ground in that second half, especially in the third quarter after the Norwell run ended. After the 13-0 run ended, but Norwell, I thought, did a much better job in the first half of controlling the tempo in the basketball game, did a nice job moving the ball around. They're not having a lot of trouble with Luers' defense right now, and I like where they're at right now, especially on offense.
Yeah, really the only turnovers they've had have been just a couple of careless plays, I would say, in the first half. Other than that, they've done a great job of taking care of the basketball. Casey Strong, once again, just doing a wonderful job of finding space and finding the correct open person to this point.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Greg. And also, Quinn Shelton, she's missed a lot of little bunnies. She's been open so many times, but I like what Coach Thornton was saying to her is keep shooting that because good shooters keep shooting the basketball, and she will make those usually more than half of the time, but the past couple of games she's been just on a little bit of a downslope with those. But, I think everybody has confidence in her to kind of get back on track and stuff because she usually does a great job here in the second half. So I don't expect anything less of her.
The one thing you got to figure in the second half, Luers is going to shoot a higher percentage than they did in the first.
Right, and it's going to be a question of whether Norwell can finish around the rim. Now, Shelton was 0 for 6 inside of 8 feet. But she was 3 of 4 from outside. and from outside the three-point line, that is, and really made her living outside, hitting a couple big shots. Really, I thought the Knights hit a couple of well-timed threes in that first half that kind of got the momentum shifted, and they slowly extended that lead to 9 where we sit right now. I do have a halftime update, by the way. Concordia leads Dwinger 14-12 at halftime in a very low-scoring affair.
Very low-scoring.
14-12. That's the lowest scoring high school girls game I've really heard in a while.
Yeah, the only one that I can think of that was similar was Princeton first round winning 29-9, but that was simply holding the basketball. I don't know what the situation is up there at Garrett.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Garrett can be a very tough place to play.
Yeah, Garrett almost took down Dwinger. Yeah. Took him to overtime back on, I think it might have been Wednesday night.
Well, we've got a few more minutes here before halftime. We'll take a quick break and give you a chance to hear from a couple more of our sponsors. We'll be back at the Castle. Norwell leading Bishop Luers 28-19 after these words.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
Welcome back to the Castle Sectional Championship. Kind of a humorous moment there. At the halftime break, the officials entered right in front of the Norwell cheer section, and there were some of the kids had a selfie stick, and he, what do you call it when you
photobomb?
Yeah. He photobombed them. I got a kick out of that. What were you going to say, Derek?
I do have one more score at halftime. Tippy Valley leads Fairfield 23-14 at halftime.
Yeah, Tippy Valley, a heavy favorite.
Yep.
In that sectional.
Currently, all 3 of the 4 favorites are ahead of halftime, and the one favorite is very, very close. As Dwenger trails Concordia at the half. Should be a fun regional next week. Whoever's there, that regional is always very packed. Likely, if all the favorites win, it'll be 4 top 15 teams in Class 3A, and 3 of them will be top 8.
I'll tell you what I'm interested to see here in the second half is if Bixley might start playing man-to-man.
He might.
He started to do that, I think, at the very end there.
No, he was still in the 1-2-2 trap. Or the 1-2-2.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was starting to do that, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, and I think that would play to Norwell's advantage if they do. The starters are back out there for both teams. Catherine Kanapke and Bradley, who's on the bench, both have 2 fouls, and just like that, Grace Everett turns it over. She didn't get a lot of minutes in the first half.
No, and that's pretty uncharacteristic of these 2 ball clubs. Both teams did a nice job of taking care of the basketball. Luers with just 4 turnovers and Norwell with 3 in that first half.
And guess what? Luers is in a man-to-man defense right now. Now they're sagging heavily on the weak side. Well, it might be a zone. On the backdoor cut.
Norwell turns it back over.
Yeah, Shelton couldn't get a hand on it. Casey just let her a little too far. I'll tell you what Luers has done is they're just packing in their 2-3 a little bit more. It looked like a man-to-man maybe there for a second, but still zone. That's Sarah Braun up top now. Emma Wolf. Kayla Kanapke will launch a 3 and nail it. That's a couple for her tonight.
Yeah, it's her second, and that's a big shot for Luers.
Gets them on the board first here in the second half, and Strunk couldn't get that to go, but Quinn Shelton did a good job of getting it right back. She'll launch a 3, no good. And Wolf pulls down the rebound.
Much quicker pace.
Absolutely. Oh, good pass underneath. Catherine Kanapke with the basket. Emma Wolf with the assist. And just like that, Norwell's lead down to 4 points.
Nice timeout.
Yeah. Eric Thornton takes his first time out of the game. It's a 30. We'll take it along with him and be right back.
At Warren Pharmacy, we offer local delivery, accept hundreds of prescription insurance plans, offer special ordering for hard-to-find items, have home health care and convalescent supplies, stock Nature's Bounty, Windmill, and basic vitamins, and Nature's Sunshine nutritional products, along with many other services provided. Warren Pharmacy, 222 North Wayne Street in Warren. You can reach them toll-free at 800-895-7035. Warren Pharmacy, we're big enough to meet your needs, yet small enough to know your name.
Well, Norwell will have the basketball. Bishop Luers has scored the first 5 points of this second half. A long 3 by Kayla Kanapke. A quick 2 by Catherine Kanapke. I got to believe they're related in some fashion.
Most likely.
They don't look real similar facial features, nor build, as Kayla Kanapke a lot shorter, more solidly built, as Kaylee Roller knocks down a big 3 for the Knights. That was important just to get back on the board after the first 5 scored. Kayla Kanapke with another 3. Quick release, but like Kanapke on that one.
Luers already has more points here in the third than they did in the second quarter.
Strunk penetrating. Shelton with the pull-up jumper. No good again, but she gets her own rebound. Good hustle by Quinn. Strunk thought about going baseline. Instead, she's going to be fouled. That may be on Catherine Kanapke. If it is, it'll be her third. Yep.
Yep. And here comes the sub. That's Taylor Bradley checking in as Kanapke will take a seat.
Yeah. Catherine is a 5'11" sophomore. She's pretty strong, but she does not have very good feet. And if you take it at her, there's a high likelihood she'll foul. Bradley gets the ball on actually a good defensive play by the Knights. They just couldn't quite hold on to it as Sawyer and Roller collided. Underneath Conrad, good kick out to Strunk, and a good 3-ball by Casey Strunk gives Norwell a 7-point lead again.
Both teams really hot here to start the second half.
I guess. There's Kayla Kanapke again.
Wow. Kayla Kanapke already with 3 threes here in the second half.
Boy, she is on fire as she's hit them all from just about the same spot on that right wing. That's going to be a foul on Grace Everett.
It's her first. It's the team's second.
Everett trying to put a little bit more pressure on in the backcourt as Luers still in the 2-3 zone. Strunk looking things over. Roller into the front court. That's Shelton in the corner. Long cross-court pass to Sawyer. Sawyer will get it back to Strunk. Strunk will be fouled.
Grace Everett again picks up her second.
Luers trying to pick up the pace defensively a little bit and create some offense with their defense. Right now, though,
Norwell's still doing a nice job of handling it.
Yeah, they are. The key.
Oh.
Kaylee Roller was expecting Shelton to go to the basket, and Quinn headed the other way. Emma Wolf with a very tough shot. Can't get it to go, but coming out of there with it was Everett. Now Wolf will launch a 3 with a hand in her face. Kaylee Roller the other way. Shelton did a good job getting out on Wolf. She has all night. There's Sawyer from the corner. No good. And Emma Wolf comes out of there with the rebound. Wolf has got to be getting a little frustrated. What is she, 3 for 14 now?
I've got her for 3 of 16.
3 of 16 from the field. Wolf.
5 seconds. Yep, Casey Strunk was close enough to force the 5-second call.
And Emma Wolf kept backing up, and Casey Strunk kept going with her.
Yep.
Well, that's just a situation where Casey, you got to give Casey credit.
Yep.
She stuck with the play. Oh, that's a dangerous cross-court pass, and it's picked off by Sarah Braun. Mackenzie Sawyer will pick up the foul.
It's her first foul, and it's the first on Norwell here in the second half.
That pass just had way too much air under it.
Yeah, that allowed the defense to really get in the passing lane and pick it off with ease.
And once again, Kayla Kanapke having to be told to settle down. Her and Mackenzie Sawyer were getting into it.
Boy, now she's bumping back on the left side as I kind of watch her.
Yeah, they're really banging inside. Good play by Kaylee Roller. It'll stay Luers' ball. She was able to get a hand on that.
Yeah, this thing may get physical again, especially with Kayla Kanapke in there.
Yeah.
But that may not be such a bad thing for Norwell, as it's getting in her head a little bit, as she's hit 3 threes, and then the shot missed there, rebounded by Quinn Shelton.
Yeah, Norwell's just got to keep her cool.
They did a nice job of that at Luers.
There's Roller from the side for 3, no good. Look at Casey Strunk get up. Oh, that should have been a traveling call, as Grace Everett and Sarah Braun were wrapped up with the basketball on the floor. That should have been traveling. Instead, it'll be Norwell's basketball.
A number of jump balls called this evening.
Well, what I like about that was Casey Strunk, she's the littlest person out there, and she got right on top of that pile between the two Bishop Luer ladies.
Well, it's going to be an over and back call on the Knights, as Luers never touched it. So Luers with a chance to cut into a 4-point Norwell lead at this point. Emma Wolf will bring it across the timeline. Luers got to look for Kayla Kanapke, I would think. Sawyer out on her. Grace Everett thought about taking the shot. Instead gets it underneath to Bradley. Bradley, she misses. It's off of Sarah Braun, and it'll be Norwell ball. 3:10 left on the clock here in the third.
Norwell needs a basket here. Both teams have gone a while without a basket, and the Knights can get it back up within a few possessions. That's a foul. And that's on bumped her on the way by.
Well, she can't keep up with Casey Strong.
No.
And that's what happened at Luers the other night.
And we talk about it so often. Not many area players can.
Right. Casey, extremely quick. Not just with her first step, but flat out speed as she breaks the pressure there. Shelton in the corner. She'll reset. Now Strunk. Roller on the wing. And Casey will reset. Sawyer. Norwell being very patient here. Good ball movement. Roller gets to the rim. No foul called. It'll be Luers basketball.
Yeah, she touched it last, but she was looking for a foul call.
There was a lot of contact, as the officials have really swallowed their whistle here for the last couple of minutes, both ways.
Yeah, and it's a little different from the way this sectional's been called.
Yep. Kayla Kanapke, that's going to be a foul on Mackenzie Sawyer. They say she bumped her on the way in. How many will that be on Mackenzie?
That's going to be number 2.
Second team foul here in the second half. Wolf. Kanapke.
Those two playing very physical still.
They are really getting after it. Norwell playing man-to-man defense. Kanapke will step back and reset. Bradley with the 16-footer, not even close. Emma Wolf will launch the shot and make one.
That's big. It cuts the lead to 1 point.
Well, that's the first time she hadn't had a hand in her face in a long time.
It is. Norwell really needs a basket now.
Yeah, just to slow down the momentum. There's the pass to Conrad, blocked by Bradley, but she got the basketball.
It's a foul on Kanapke.
That'll be Kanapke's second. 5th on the team. And that's big because,
well,
2 more fouls and Norwell being a bonus.
And Norwell has not missed from the line. Neither team shooting very many. Norwell and Luers have just taken 3 apiece. Knights of Norwell are 3 for 3 and Luers 2 of 3.
Norwell needs to maintain their aggressiveness from the offensive end.
Shelton just not able to knock down that shot this evening.
No, she's really struggled inside the arc. Outside the arc, she's been pretty good. Emma Wolf looking for the pick. Casey Strunk just doing a great job on her.
Count is not on.
And
that's
moving.
moving.
Going to be an illegal pick on Sarah Braun. And
he's got to be careful.
Real close. That was the right call. He may not like it, but it was obviously a moving pick on Sarah Braun. That'll be her second, team 6th.
Coach Bixley known for being very vocal towards the officials and his players for that matter.
Yep.
Just a pretty vocal man.
Good pass underneath Conrad. Good kick out, and the Knights reset. Roller thought about the 3. Thought better of it. As they move it around this 2-3 very active Luers defense. Conrad into the lane. She'll get it up with the left hand and score.
Big shot for Norwell.
First time she's scored in a while.
Yep, gives him a 3-point lead.
Under a minute to go here in the third. Wolf. Her pass is picked off by Strunk. Casey will lay it up with the left hand and score. Big turnover there. As Wolf, it just kind of slipped out of her hand, it looked like. There's another one. And Strunk's going to pick up a foul.
Yep, it's her second, but just the team's third. As the last time these two teams played in the second half, the foul count was 17-7. Luers had to foul, of course, at the end, but they were very physical. They put Norwell in the double bonus early.
Yeah, they sure did. 30 seconds left on the clock here. Was Emma Wolf holds it up top. Casey Strunk in and out of the 5-second zone. Wolf with a step back 3, not even close. That was a bad shot. Sawyer will take it the other way and lay it in under pressure. 10 seconds. Wolf quickly into the front court, leaves it for Kanapke. Kayla Kanapke, no good. Bradley with the rebound, scores with 2 seconds on the clock, and that'll end the third quarter. A good push by the Knights to get from a 1-point lead out to a 5-point lead after 3 quarters. We got a good one here at the Castle tonight. We'll take a break and be back with fourth quarter action after these words from the YMCA.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you. With a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, the YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y, start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
I would guess here in the fourth quarter, fellas, you're going to even see more defensive intensity from the Bishop Luers Knights. They'll have the basketball to start the quarter.
I think you're right, and it's going to be the final quarter for one of these teams, assuming we don't see overtime, and it's been a good one. I don't think we expected anything less from these two teams.
That's right. Quinn Shelton on top of that, 1-3-1. The other thing that's a little interesting, Norwell has not subbed a lot tonight.
No.
Courtney Beard, the only sub that's been in there for Norwell, I believe.
And they didn't even sub in that third quarter.
Nope,
no, they did not sub.
Luers has 3 timeouts left, Norwell 4 to start this fourth quarter.
In reality, that's not what you see from Coach Eric Thornton a ton.
No. Good pass underneath to Bradley. They're going to call a foul on Mackenzie Sawyer. Sawyer just reached in down low. Bradley able to get the basket to go. We said that she could be a difference maker in this game. She's in there as Catherine Kanapke is on the bench with 3 fouls.
It's Bradley's 8th point, now 9, as makes it a 2-point game. 7:40 to go.
It's a good basketball game. Norwell had as big as a 9-point lead in this one. Never got it to double digits. Sawyer is kind of staying outside the... that's a bad pass by Roller. It'll be Luers' ball.
That's Norwell's 8th turnover. Both teams with 8 now as Courtney Beer checks in for Roller. We'll see how long she stays in there.
Well, Kaylee just tried to force it into a spot there that wasn't really open.
Yeah, just a forced pass, and Luers can take the lead with a 3-pointer.
Wolf into the front court, loops it to Kanapke. Underneath,
hit
my
the
gosh,
rim.
It almost went in. That was not a shot, that was a pass. Good pressure by Casey Strunk. Loses the basketball, though. Bradley underneath.
Oh! It might have gotten her with the body.
Well, she sure didn't get her with the arm, and he said it was an arm foul. Oh, he didn't call it on her.
Nope, it's on Beer.
Okay.
And maybe Beer did get her underneath.
Yeah, she might have. I was going to say Quinn Shelton did not commit a foul on that play. It'll send Bradley to the line to shoot a pair. That's the 5th team foul on the night, and it's Courtney Beer's 3rd foul.
Missed it. Big miss from the line. Those are really important now. And Luers shot just 3 of 10, and that cost them in a 3-point basketball game.
Was a ball game, actually.
It was.
Yeah.
At 0 of 2. Nice rebound from Strunk.
And I'll tell you what, if they need to late, I would foul her. There's a steal by Grace Everett. Emma Wolf the other way forces it up and gets this one to go. It's a tie ball game. And
that's a delay of game warning.
Yep.
It's going to go on Everett.
Yep. Grace Everett told not to do that, and the next one's a technical foul. That happens again. 6:45 on the clock. All knotted up at 42. Luers has done a good job of getting back in this basketball game, mostly on the strength of Kayla Kanapke's threes.
Yep.
She hit 3 consecutive early. Boy,
nope, she traveled.
Sure
Darn
did.
it.
That's a good call.
Yeah,
Mackenzie
she just
Sawyer
shuffled her feet.
Hopped without dribbling, and Luers can take a lead here. 6:32 left.
The Knights really need to create a turnover on this possession if they can, and maybe get some points from their defense.
Braun into the front court. Norwell has their trap on. Strunk almost picked off 2 passes there. In the corners, Kanapke. Now Braun travels. Yep. Made the exact same play that Mackenzie Sawyer did, in almost the exact spot on the opposite side of the floor.
Yeah, timeout, and another good timeout by Coach Thornton. This one's a full one.
Both teams now with 3 timeouts left. We'll take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors.
We listen.
And we help.
Behavioral health at Adams Memorial Hospital. Supportive so you're healthy in every way. We react.
And we heal.
Emergency services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Responsive so you're healthy in every way.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
We've got a great one cooking here at Norwell tonight. Norwell was a 10-point, 11-point favorite coming in.
Yep. Do have another score update for you. Concordia and Dwenger now tied at 28 at the end of 3. Heritage Christian taking care of business as expected down at Hamilton Heights against Tipton. But right here we are tied at 42 with 6:12 to play.
A lot of basketball game left here in this one as Sawyer gets it to Conrad.
There's a foul. That's going to go on Kanapke. That's number 3, and it puts Norwell in the 1 and bonus.
Well, we expected Luers to be very aggressive on the defensive end here in the second half, and they have been. They got 17 fouls now. Norwell has 5. Well, Kayla Kanapke, a very physical player regardless.
Right.
She's had a great night. She did not play that well at Luers the other night. Boy, that just can't happen. You have to hit your free throws.
No. Yeah.
Especially the front end.
Yeah. Kanapke and Sawyer have been kind of bumping around with each other the entire basketball game,
yes,
especially here in the second half.
And
timeout.
Now Pixley's going to burn his 3rd timeout. He's only got 2 left.
This one is
they haven't.
Full.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and hear from Daniels Jewelers. Still a 42 tie here at the Castle. 5:46 left on the clock. We'll be right back.
He shoots. He scores. It's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniels Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniels.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Yeah, just to reset things here, 5:46 left in the 4th quarter. Both teams with 42 points. Luers with 2 timeouts left. Norwell with 3.
Norwell in the single bonus. Norwell still has 1 foul to give as well. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Luers.
Norwell defending this inbound play on a man-to-man basis. And right now, Luers is having a little bit of trouble getting free. Now Kanapke on the wing, being guarded by Sawyer. Emma Wolf. Good job by Strunk to fight through those picks. Emma Wolf, no good. Long rebound, though, pulled down by Bradley. They find Wolf again. Wolf even longer. Gets this one to go.
Big shot for Luers.
Well, you shoot it enough, eventually you're going to make a shot or two.
Yeah.
And she put it up at least 20 times tonight.
Norwell has not scored here in the 4th quarter, and Wolf killed him last time. That's, block apparently by Emma Wolf underneath.
Look
and
at
then
Kaylee Roller.
It's got to be a jump ball. It'll go back to Norwell.
Yep, it will go back to Norwell. Boy, good play there by Emma Wolf on the defensive end.
Yeah, Emma Wolf, I can't recall too many times she missed in that 4th quarter back a couple of weeks ago.
Yep. And she's really struggled tonight, but she's hit her last couple. There's Conrad on the drive, gets fouled, can't get the shot to go. That'll be the 3rd on Bradley.
Big free throws coming up here for Conrad.
You know, it was really shocking to see Stephanie Conrad miss the front end of her last 1-and-1 because she is usually automatic from the free throw line.
Yeah, it's not a real common occurrence, and she gets the first one to go.
Well, these are all big free throws here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, now we're under 5 minutes, and every possession becomes critical.
Conrad can pull the Knights to within 1. She does. As Norwell now extending their defense into the backcourt. Sarah Braun. It will remain Norwell's ball. I thought Braun might have double dribbled there.
Yeah, she came real close.
I think Kaylee Roller might have got a hand on it as she went by. The basketball in Wolf's hands. Norwell in their zone trap. And
nope.
It's thrown away. Yeah, that'll be Norwell basketball.
That was not touched.
I think Kanapke thought it might have been touched because she really didn't put a huge
No, she put her
effort
hands
into
up
it.
and stepped away from the basketball and did not make an effort to go after it.
Trying to sell the official on that. Official wasn't buying that particular play, though. Baseline, Shelton Conrad with the short jumper. Good. That's a big shot from Stephanie Conrad, and the Knights take the lead back.
Just like that, and Norwell's back up by a point. Conrad with 19. 8 of them here in the second half.
Kayla Kanapke steps through the defense. Good play by Kanapke. Emma Wolf launches a quick three, no good.
Another rebound for, it hung on the rim.
Another jump ball. It'll be Luers' ball.
Really getting physical underneath now.
Yep. As Bradley missed another point-blank putback. We mentioned she's a 5'11 junior who is retaining possession on the jump ball call. 4:02 on the clock.
Something we didn't mention, Norwell going for their 6th consecutive sectional title here is a
Good
block.
block.
Oh, boy. That was really a tough call on Quinn Shelton, as it'll send Sarah Braun to the line for a pair.
Tough for us to tell from here, but boy,
yeah,
it looked like she had all basketball.
Yeah, if there was contact, it wasn't a lot. It certainly wasn't with the body, as the first one's no good. And Luers continues to miss free throws, now 3 of 7 for the game.
3 of 10 in
3
the meeting.
3 of 10 in the first meeting.
That was a week ago Tuesday.
Yep.
So these teams very familiar with each other, and it shows in this one.
Missed them both. That's huge.
Big misses by Sarah Braun. Kaylee Roller now, that's Casey Strunk on the left side. She can just beat the defense anytime she wants. Conrad is going to be fouled. That's going to be the 4th foul on Bradley.
Yep.
I believe.
The other one in the area, it's going to be on Bradley, but the other one in the area was Emma Wolf, who has not picked up a foul to this point. Conrad shooting 2 more. She can extend it to a 3-point game if she knocks them both down. Set to check in is Catherine Kanapke. And Norwell simply beating Luers with free throws right now.
Catherine Kanapke, she's got 3 fouls as well, but
Bradley
has certainly outplayed her tonight and has earned that playing time. As Conrad couldn't get the second one to go. They've left 3 potential points on the line here in the 4th quarter so far.
And Luers has left 4.
Yeah. That's Braun being guarded by Shelton. Looking for help. Kayla Kanapke.
Kayla's got the hot hand here in the second half.
Almost stolen by Sawyer. It will remain Luers basketball. Norwell 47, Bishop Luers 45. Way it has been a barn burner here in the second half.
Yeah, that's how you know it's sectional time in Indiana.
That's for sure. Catherine Kanapke, no good, and Strunk pulls down the rebound. Kind of a quick shot by Kanapke coming off the bench as Kayla Kanapke took a dive.
Oh!
Great touch by Quinn Shelton.
Oh, they said it. Coach Pixley said it hit the strap, but
it didn't.
It did not.
You can tell
it would be moving. And that's a technical foul. Huge technical foul.
Yeah, and a dumb one by Mark Pixley. He's still going crazy.
He's got to be careful. He may get thrown out of this one, and
it definitely did not hit the strap.
Because when that strap gets hit, it really bounces up and down. Huge technical foul, and wow.
Norwell used a timeout, so we'll take a quick break, get it all straightened out, and be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Welcome back to the Castle. Here's what we've got. 3:15 on the clock. Norwell will be shooting 2 free throws on the technical, and they'll get the basketball.
And what a huge turn of events. And it came right after a Quinn Shelton three. She got the friendly Castle bounce. And
of course, the reason Mark Pixley got teed up was because he said the ball hit the strap. It did not. We've got a great view from here.
Yep, Conrad.
And that strap, as you mentioned, Derek, will vibrate pretty obviously if it hits it.
And it doesn't have to hit it. There does not have to be a lot of contact for it to really move up and down.
No, there does not. As Conrad...
Another miss.
Needs to hit free throws.
Yeah, she needs to hit at least this one. That'll put him up 6.
She missed the front end of a 1-and-1 earlier. And makes 1 out of 2. So Norwell's lead, now it's 6.
Now we're talking again. Not sure what we could be talking about here.
No, it's going to be Norwell's basketball, and that's why it's so big, because Luers loses a possession.
Especially with no shot clock. It could really be big, as Norwell has a 6-point lead and the basketball with 3:15 to go.
Kaylee Roller in the backcourt. Now Strunk in the front. She'll spin out of traffic. Conrad. Now as they move it around, I'll tell you what, Norwell just needs to take care until they get a good shot. Good pass inside.
And one.
Catherine Kanapke hit Conrad on the way up. That'll be her 4th foul. Conrad will go back to the line.
Wow. Now it could be a 9-point lead if she can hit the free throw.
And the Knights would not have had that possession without help from Mark Pixley.
Yeah, that's just a gift. And Norwell has gone on a 12-0 run.
And 5 of those are off the technical.
Yep.
Emma Wolf calling out the play. Still plenty of time for the Bishop Luers Knights, as though they seem to be a little bit discombobulated right now. It's understandable. Emma Wolf.
Lots happened here in the last minute.
As that's Grace Everett. Kayla Kanapke on the right wing. Launches an awkward 3, no good. The ball tapped and saved by Kanapke. That was Kayla to Catherine. Catherine Kanapke having a lot of issues in there, as on the drive, Emma Wolf's going to be fouled.
Might be on Conrad.
It is. That'll be her 2nd, team 7th. So both teams now in the bonus, although Norwell in the double bonus. Guess we could put that up on the Subway scoreboard.
Free throw good from Emma, as she makes it an 8-point ball game.
She has had a tough night, to say the least, but you got to give Norwell's defense a lot of credit. Quinn Shelton's done a great job of getting a hand in her face all night long. It's a 3-possession game.
Emma's 6 of 23 from the field, in case you were wondering.
Well, I knew it was not many for a bunch. We kind of lose sight of the basketball here as Norwell student section all on their feet.
And Norwell
right in front of us.
Really needs to take it under 2 minutes here. They still have a 3-possession lead.
Strunk doing a good job handling it here until I said something, as she just flat lost the ball. She was trying to get it back over her shoulder to Kaylee Roller, and Luers can cut it to as little as a 3-point lead. Grace Everett across the top. Nobody's going to shoot here except for Emma Wolf, unless she decides to give it up. As, boy, that was a tough pick by Kayla Kanapke.
Very close to 5 seconds.
Catherine Kanapke will give it back to Emma Wolf. Wolf looking for room to maneuver. 1:33 left. Goes away from the pick. She'll launch a 3, and no good. However, it'll remain Luers' ball off of Quinn Shelton.
Now, the good news is, on that possession, a lot of time ticking away. Those are precious seconds, and now a timeout called by Mark Pixley. He's got 1 left. This one's a full one.
We'll take a quick break here with 1:26 on the clock. Norwell up by 7. We'll be right back.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located. Across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today, or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Luers will have the basketball under their own basket.
In case you were wondering, Tippy Valley took care of business, and they'll be in that Columbia City Regional.
Playing the second game.
Playing the second game against the winner of the Garrett Sectional.
Right. Emma Wolf in the corner. Step back three. No good. Kaylee Roller with the rebound is fouled by Kayla Kanapke.
That's number 4.
And
both Kanapkes have 4 fouls.
Kaylee Roller will be shooting 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's the 12th foul. One of those was team foul by Coach Mark Pixley.
Yep. So the Knights, with the march to the line, they've got to hit these free throws. As Roller's first one.
Another friendly bounce.
This rim has been very good for the Lady Knights tonight.
That's the benefit of playing at home for your sectional.
Yeah, it sure is. And Norwell will continue to get sectionals between the they've missed some free throws over here in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. Front end of a 1-and-1. It is an 8-point game though, so it's 3 possessions. Inside, that's Sarah Braun with the short turnaround. Just under a minute left here. Casey Strunk, great ball handling. Norwell just has to take care of the basketball and force Bishop Luers to foul him. There it is.
That's
Grace Everett fouls Casey Strunk.
It's her 3rd foul. Casey going to the line for the first time this evening. She's got a total of 5 points.
She's not taking a lot of shots, but boy, has she distributed the ball extremely effectively again tonight. And drops in a big free throw.
Makes it 7 points. It makes it 3 possessions.
And that's the big thing. You want to keep it 3 possessions here with 51.6 on the clock. And Strunk, boy, oh boy. Emma Wolf the other way, 46 seconds. She'll pull up, force the jumper, and hit it. Now, this is what she did in the fourth quarter at Luers as well, just willy-nilly shooting it on the run. That's got to be another foul.
And she stepped, oh boy.
How is that not a foul on Grace Everett?
Now,
36.4 on the clock.
Casey turns it over. It's the 12th Norwell turnover, and that's tough. But now they need to, now they need to lock down and play defense.
Emma Wolf with the basketball being guarded by Strunk. Wolf will drive and not score. However, Catherine Kanapke with the offensive rebound. She's going to be fouled. I believe that'll go on Stephanie Conrad.
It's her 3rd, if it does. Yep.
27.9 on the clock.
Boy, really huge turn of events.
That was a tough call right here on the sideline. As Grace Everett was just riding her to the line. No call.
Keep in mind, Luers has been bad from the free throw line, but knocks down the first one. They can make it a 1-possession game, but the Knights are in the double bonus, should they be fouled.
Catherine Kanapke hits them both. Good-looking shot. It's a 3-point game. Shelton gets it to Sawyer, and Coach Thornton will use his 4th timeout.
No, it's just his 3rd timeout, I believe. Well, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Each team has 1 left with 25.1 on the clock. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a break and be right back.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
25.1 seconds left in what's been a really good basketball game from the opening tip.
It's the same score as it was up at Luers a couple weeks ago.
As Sawyer needs to get the basketball in. Finally does to Roller. Roller dribbles out of pressure, back into pressure, and throws it away. Kayla Kanapke the other way. Can't get it to go. Sarah Braun does. And Mark Pixley will call a timeout. That's a big turnover.
Well, he's out of timeouts now.
Norwell leads by 1 with 12.5 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to get it in bounds.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to hit free throws and take care of the ball. We'll take a quick break here from Heidi Motors and be right back.
Heidi Motors is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with an outstanding selection of low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs that are in fantastic condition. And their ASE certified technicians in the service department offer oil changes, brakes, AC tune-ups, as well as a full line of replacement parts and tires, and are the best in customer satisfaction. Visit HeidiMotors.com to browse their inventory of new and used vehicles.
The starters still on the floor for the Knights. Very little subbing tonight for Coach Thornton. Courtney Beer got some quality minutes. Other than that, nobody else off of the Norwell bench.
Very unusual for Norwell, as Norwell has to get the ball in and needs to get fouled. And when they get fouled, they need to make both free throws.
They do. They lead by 1, 56-55. Sawyer attempting to inbound, gets it into Roller.
That's a foul.
And Roller's fouled right away.
Emma Wolf.
By Emma Wolf. Is that her first foul?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kaylee is coming up with 2 big free throws here with just 11.5 left. And the reason those are big, you can never rule out an Emma Wolf 3.
No,
I mean, no
for
matter
sure.
where, no matter how good of a shot it is, no matter how good it looks, you can never rule it out.
Well, and Kayla Kanapke's been hot in this basketball game if she gets her hands on it. 11.5 on the clock.
Yep, big one. This one's really big as well.
This one's even bigger, as
the Knights need, regardless of what happens here, they're going to need a lockdown and get a stop on defense.
Yeah, I'd fall back to half court and then lock it down from there. I would not put any pressure in the backcourt. 2 big free throws from the junior.
Mark
Emma
Pixley
Wolf
out of timeouts.
Across the timeline, being guarded by Shelton. Shelton with a hand up, good pressure defense. And Emma Wolf hits it anyway with 0.5 on the clock.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a little bit of time added to the clock. There's going to be about 2 seconds, but Emma Wolf likely going to send this thing to overtime, as they're going to talk about it. The official near Coach Thornton. This is the last time out for either team, by the way.
Yep. Unbelievable shot by Emma Wolf. Quinn Shelton had a hand in her face.
Pump fake got her a little off balance, and then got her still had a hand in her face. But
the reality is she's taken 30 shots tonight.
Yeah.
She's going to hit a few of them.
Well, and she has been good in both games hitting the big ones.
Yep,
and Emma now 8 of 28 from the field. But that was the big one, and I'm not sure if we're going to add any time back.
Yeah,
1.9.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you, Norwell's missed free throws really coming back to haunt them here. This game should have been on ice.
Yeah. Well, 2 turnovers down the stretch, and wow. Now the Knights have not lost in overtime. They're 2-0. They've won at Warsaw on the road and on the road at Carroll as well.
Right.
This game, very similar to the way the Carroll game kind of played out towards the end. They turned it over a few times.
Norwell, of course, had a much bigger lead in
that. Of course, and Carroll hit a shot with just a couple seconds left. Norwell, what they can't do is turn it over. They can't turn it over down here. They just need to get it in, and it's going to be a long heave for the win.
Well, they got a long way to get to that basket with 1.9 seconds on the clock. It is enough time to get a long one off, though, as Bradley guarding the inbounds pass. Sawyer Strunk will launch it in time.
It almost bounced in.
Wow. We've got overtime, folks. We'll take a quick break and be right back here at the Castle. We hope you're enjoying it, because we are. We'll be right back.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front-end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
And we are back here at Norwell High School, getting ready for overtime versus the Bishop Luer Knights and your Norwell Knights.
Catherine Kanafke and Stephanie Conrad in the center circle, facing off against each other as we start the 4-minute overtime period with these two teams with 58 points apiece.
Both teams get two timeouts.
Tip is won by Luers. This is Emma Wolf handling it with the left hand. She was the hero in regulation, feeds it down low. That's Kayla Kanapke. One step, one move, lays it up and in, and Luers has the 60-58 lead. Here's Casey Strunk for Norwell as we are in overtime. Inside to Conrad, back outside, Strunk for three. Good!
That's a huge shot by Casey Strunk. Great to see her make that shot under so much pressure. The Knights lead the Luers 61-60 here with 3:10 left in overtime.
Emma Wolf with a long two. Her foot was on the line, and Luers retakes the lead 62-61. This is Kaylee Roller across the timeline, finds Sawyer inside to Conrad. One dribble, puts it up, and a travel called, and that will turn it over to Luers. And Luers, with 2:58 left, leads it by a point.
And I do believe that was a travel call. A lot of Norwell fans were kind of complaining, but she drugged that back foot right before she shot the ball.
It was the right call. 2:56 on the clock. Norwell trailing by one, and Emma Wolf, after forcing shots for 32 minutes, now hitting a couple of them.
Yeah, got to lock her down.
Big spot. As that could have been close to a 5-second call. Kayla Kanapke to get a switch. Sawyer now guarding Wolf.
Very close. Oh, boy, that was real close.
It sure was. Braun being guarded by Shelton now. She gets it back to Wolf. Wolf with Strunk on her. Floats out to the wing. And tries to get it underneath to Catherine Kanapke. Kanapke.
A foul called. They're tied up right now. Uh-oh. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Catherine Kanapke, we've seen her temper last couple of weeks. Just a sophomore. She'll grow out of that.
It's a 1-and-1. The foul was on the floor. It goes on... I don't know who it goes. Oh, it's on Roller. It's her third. 1-and-1 for Catherine Kanapke.
She hit a couple big ones a little bit ago for the Luers Knights in the fourth quarter. That's a big miss on the front end of a 1-and-1. Norwell can retake the lead here with 2:15 in overtime. Roller up top. Sawyer will launch a three and bury it. Huge shot from the senior. The Knights now with a 2-point lead. 2 minutes left. Emma Wolf the other way. It's like a couple of heavyweight boxers trading blows. Wolf travels, gets the shot up. No good. Braun's fouled.
Yeah, Wolf traveled on that one.
No question. Sarah Braun will go to the line.
Braun back in the... She's 2 for 4 from the line this evening.
That's the fourth foul on Stephanie Conrad.
That's
both
very big.
Now in the double bonus. Braun trying to tie this up from the free throw line.
It'll be interesting to see what the offensive strategy is for Norwell on the next possession, whether they elect to take time off the clock or look for the first good shot.
I think you got to stay in your rhythm. Take a good shot if it presents itself in this 64-64 tie.
Well, Luers outscored Norwell 18-14 in the third and 21-16 in the fourth to tie it up.
Strunk into the front court. That's Roller. Roller almost jumped too soon to get that pass. Oh, and that's going to be over and back. And they don't call it over and back. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Strunk.
So third.
You know what? Thinking about it, that's probably the right call because Norwell never gained possession.
I don't think Strunk touched it again before Sarah Braun got her hand on it in the back. That might not That might have been the issue there.
The foul was called on Strunk, and Braun, who's been pretty good here from the free throw line.
It's going to force Norwell to score again. Well, they were going to
35 on the clock.
They were going to have to score again anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Both of them good. Clutch free throws from Sarah Braun. She's got 14 points, and Luers has a 2-point lead.
Sawyer into the front court. Will set it up to Strunk. Inside to Conrad. Conrad gets fouled and scores. That's going to be a foul on Emma Wolf, as Norwell did a good job of just beating Luers' defense down the floor. Catherine Kanapke really slow getting back to her spot. Emma Wolf tried to help out, and Conrad can give the Knights a lead here. She does. 67-66.
What a game this has been. Unbelievable.
Great game. Emma Wolf handling the basketball. And, almost taken away from her by Casey Strunk.
Nice defensive effort from Strunk, getting her hand in there and poking it out of bounds.
I'll tell you, both teams have to be getting a little weary, as there's not been much substituting going on here in this.
No.
From the start of the fourth quarter on.
And it's been a quick pace.
Yes, it has. Kayla Kanapke is stripped by Kaylee Roller, and Roller comes out of there with it. Roller gets it up ahead to Strunk. Strunk lays it up and in. Norwell now with a 3-point lead. 1:02 left on the clock.
Got to stop Wolf from taking a big three.
Big defensive play by Kaylee Roller. Wolf launches a three, no good. Rebound, long rebound.
Oh, it's a Norwell ball.
By Luers.
Good call.
It's going to be Norwell's basketball. Sarah Braun was the last player to touch it.
Now Norwell's got to take care of the basketball again. This is where they struggled in regulation.
All they've got to do is not turn it over. Strunk directing traffic, gets it into the front court to Sawyer. Sawyer, long cross court to Roller. Strunk back to Sawyer, inside to Conrad. Norwell is not looking to score here.
Nice ball
32
movement.
seconds on the clock. Norwell playing keep away.
Nice job.
Sawyer. Strunk, 24 seconds. Roller in the corner as Strunk just got pounded by Kayla Kanapke. Now they're going to call a foul on Emma Wolf. And I'll tell you guys, I got to say it because I just happened to be watching. That was one of the dirtiest plays I've seen in a while. Did you see what she did?
I honestly did not go back and watch.
Absolutely wiped her out from the blind side.
Yeah, I did not have my eye on it. I had it on the ball.
Yep.
And
honestly, I'm not surprised. The first time we played them, she was throwing elbows all over the place, if you don't remember that.
2-possession game now for the Knights. You're right, Noah. 17.4 on the clock. And Strunk makes it. Oh, she misses the second one. I thought that one was going to be good.
Out of bounds, and it'll go to Luers.
The officials couldn't decide who to give it to.
That was kind of a toss a coin in the air. Which way does it land?
Yeah, of course we can't tell from here. 15 seconds on the clock. Braun finally gets it into Kayla Kanapke. Kanapke will force
blocked.
it.
No! Oh! That is, oh boy. And that's the second time Quinn Shelton has been hosed on a call, as Kayla Kanapke absolutely bailed out by the official.
Well, that's just a call you don't make. I mean, Kayla Kanapke in desperation mode trying to throw a shot up there. Shelton got all ball regardless, and the outside official bails her out.
Yep.
She can get it back to within one with 2 more free throws. There's 11.1 seconds on the clock. That was the third foul, by the way, on Quinn Shelton.
What a huge call that was. Huge. Unreal. Awful. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Kayla Kanapke has 16 points and 4 fouls. She's played with 4 fouls for a long time.
Long time. It is a 1-point basketball game.
Timeout.
Pixie will use his lone timeout of this. They get 1, right?
I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2.
We thought it was 2.
Might be. It's a full timeout regardless with 11.1 on the clock. We'll take a break and be right back.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
We listen.
And we help.
Behavioral health at Adams Memorial Hospital. Supportive so you're healthy in every way. We react.
And we heal.
Emergency services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Responsive so you're healthy in every way.
Boy, just a great basketball game here for the sectional championship.
Luers just will not go away.
Yeah, they've really played tough.
Yeah, it's just been a real good one. Norwell's got to keep possession of the basketball here. They do have a timeout if they need it underneath the basket. They need to get it in and make free throws should they get fouled.
The big thing is getting the basketball inbounds on this play.
They struggled last time. They're going to run a different inbounds play.
Mackenzie Sawyer keying it in.
They're Strunk.
They get it in, and Casey's going to be fouled. I think that's going to go on Emma Wolf.
It's her fourth. And
8.8 on the clock now.
Strunk has 12 points, trying to hit both free throws, both teams in the double bonus.
She really needs to make these 2 free throws because if she does, it'll be a 3-point game, and it's still a one-possession game, but you do not just want to make the one and have Luers have an opportunity to score a 3 to win it.
Big one. This one's even bigger again.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and that was proven at the end of regulation.
Yeah.
Without hitting those last 2 free throws, Emma Wolf would have ended it.
This has been a really high-scoring overtime, and she got them both. Big ones, and now timeout called by Coach Thornton as Norwell has outscored Luers 14-11 here in the overtime period.
Yeah, that is a lot of points in 4 minutes of play.
Yep.
We'll keep it here on this one. There's 8.8 seconds on the clock, fellas, and Bishop Luers, after scoring just 19 points in the first half, have put up 50 in the second plus almost 4 minutes of overtime.
Yeah, Luers has done an excellent job of getting back in this basketball game, but where they really made their living was in the last minute of the regulation. I mean, they tied it up. They were down several possessions, actually down 3 possessions, a turnover, a shot, another turnover, another shot, and then made free throws for Norwell. Didn't matter. Luers got more points on the Emma Wolf 3 with 1.9 seconds left. That sent us to overtime. Norwell done a nice job here in overtime. They made their free throw. Casey Strunk, those were 2 huge free throws because without those, it's very possible Emma Wolf ends it with another 3 here.
Right.
And I mean, it's almost guaranteed that she's going to be the one taking the shot.
Oh, yeah. She's not going to give it up.
No.
Unless she has to.
And she should. I mean, she's gotten...
I'll tell you what. If I'm Norwell, don't let her get the ball.
No.
Make somebody else beat you.
She's going to key it in right now.
Norwell with full court pressure, man-to-man. Strunk on Wolf. Wolf actually inbounding. Kanapke gets it back to her across the timeline. 6 seconds. Wolf launches off-balance 3. Conrad with the rebound. Norwell's going to win this basketball game. And the sectional championship. The final 72-69 in overtime. The huge Norwell crowd jubilant as the Knights come away with a hard-fought win over a very tough Bishop Luers squad. 72-69 in overtime. We'll take a break, hear from a few sponsors, and be right back.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you. With a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Welcome back to Norwell. A sweet moment for the 6 Norwell seniors.
And it's the 6th championship in a row.
6th sectional championship in a row. It's always nice when you can do it on your home basketball court as well, in front of a real nice crowd here tonight for Norwell, as they will get to cut down their own nets here at the Castle. But hats off to Bishop Luers.
Oh.
They you could have counted them out on several occasions in the fourth quarter.
And in overtime.
Battle through.
Yeah, and in overtime. They were down 4 points in overtime, a foul called on a 3, and then knocks down 3 huge free throws. Norwell makes free throws. The interesting thing is both teams did a pretty nice job making free throws down the stretch after as poorly as they shot in the first 3 quarters of the game, as we're now going to be joined shortly here by Coach Eric Thornton, as he's up early this evening after a huge sectional win. We'll get to those stats in a moment.
Well, he's going to come up in here and talk to us for a minute and then get back down on the floor with these girls to cut down the net. Coach, we appreciate you taking a minute before you cut down nets. Congratulations for another sectional championship, 6 in a row.
Thank you.
Gratifying moment we mentioned for the seniors, but also for you as well. That's a very good Bishop Luers team you beat tonight.
What an unbelievable performance by Luers. To fight the way that they did. The will to win, you saw it on both sides. It was there. It was a great game. It's what you expect in a sectional championship, and both teams had to make so many plays to either, come from behind or try to keep the lead. Boy, it was just so tough, and you're always gauging your timeouts and time and score, and if I had to do a couple things over again, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't there in regulation, but I've just got to credit our kids. Every time that they needed to answer tonight, they did.
They really did. Casey Strunk, some huge free throws late. And great defense the entire game.
Senior leadership all over the place tonight on both teams, and I can't say enough about our kids, and they deserve this.
Two big things, Coach, really stood out to me tonight. Number one, Emma Wolf, how many points did she have?
I had Emma Wolf for 23.
But it took her almost 40 shots, if not more. Great defense, I thought, by your Knights tonight.
I thought you were going to say 37 or something like that, because that's what it felt like at times.
Right.
She hits a couple of those shots, and I told Quinn at the end of regulation, I said, you did exactly what you needed to do. She did exactly what she needed to do against Kanapke there on the that you just. I don't know. I just tried to keep telling them, just keep being about the right things, and you have to trust your kids, and more importantly, they have to believe in themselves, and they really did tonight. You could see every single time. Mackenzie hits a big 3, and Casey another big 3, and just the plays we made. Casey doesn't come off the floor, I don't believe, and the task that she was given tonight couldn't have been answered any better. She responded so well. Our kids got tougher throughout the game, and that's a game there where it's gut check time. And we've been in that situation before, not quite with the same intensity, but you might draw back a little bit to the value of each possession. And boy, it was so important on both sides of the ball. Every single possession mattered throughout this ball game, and one of the greatest games I know I've been a part of. And, it's an honor to really coach these kids and be a part of their lives in this way. And I can't say enough about our kids. All the credit, no doubt, goes to them.
3-0 in overtime this year, Coach. And well, it's been a lot of fun. And I want to get you back down there on the floor celebrating with your kids and the fans and so forth. But we really do appreciate. We'll talk about what comes next later on. But
the reward for winning this
that's right,
is something that you look at throughout this week. But you got to get there first. And
that's right.
We knew this was going to be tough, and I want to congratulate Mark Pixley for a great season, and he did a great job, and his kids certainly should hold their heads high walking out of here. I know they're hurting right now, but I'm sure he couldn't ask any more of them either, the same way I feel about my kids. So congratulations to them, and proud of my kids. We're going to celebrate this. We'll get ready for what lies ahead next weekend. They'll be up for the challenge, and I appreciate you guys once again. Thank you for what you do and for the investment that you guys make too, and doing a great job.
It's our pleasure. As long as we can do shout-outs to people in like Massachusetts and stuff like that, it's great for us.
Mickey, just want to say hi to you. I heard there was a shout-out last night, so that's awesome. Thanks for following the Lady Knights and for your support. And also, Mom, I love you as you're recovering at home. It's good to see you getting better. And I just want to let you know that I'm thinking about you and I love you. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Take care, man. Head coach Eric Thornton spending a few minutes with us here in the press area. The Knights cutting down the nets.
Yeah, before we get to the finals.
A lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Before we get to the final stats, the two matchups next weekend have been set. It's Tippecanoe Valley beating Fairfield 54-31, and they'll be playing Concordia, who beats Dwenger 52-49, also in overtime this evening. That's the noon game. The 10 o'clock game is Norwell, who beat Luers 72-69 in overtime against Heritage Christian, who beat Tipton 86-57. That's the 10 o'clock game. Heritage Christian going to be a pretty heavy favorite in that one, but
sure they will be.
When you ride, and when it's tournament time, we just saw it with Princeton, anything's possible.
Well, and I remember a game, let's see, it'll be 4 years ago.
Yeah, 2012.
March, of course, it was a little later in the season. It was
Muncie.
Boys tournament. March 10th, actually, was the day of 12. And that team was favored to get beat by about 20, I believe.
Yeah, and really, in reality, a lot of teams expected that Muncie Central could have won the 4A state championship that year.
And they might have been.
And they might have been able to, but Norwell pretty much dominated that basketball game in what was a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Pulled it out at the end, made free throws down the stretch, and just plain beat them. I mean, that was such a fun game.
And these girls can certainly accomplish the same thing next week
Sure.
over at Columbia City. That's where it'll be.
Yep.
We'll have those games for you starting at 10 a.m. We'll probably be on the air about a quarter till or so next Saturday morning from Columbia City. But in the meantime, the girls get to celebrate their 6th consecutive sectional championship. They'll need to rest up and take a break, because I'll tell you what, everyone except for just a couple of players. Quinn Shelton came out for a little bit. Mackenzie Sawyer came out for a little bit, and so did Kaylee Roller.
Everybody else, Conrad and Strunk, were on the floor the entire game.
The entire game, Conrad and Strunk. So, Derek, why don't you go ahead and tell us what the statistics look like tonight? Then we'll have to figure out a player of the game. That's
tough. Yep. Well, I can go ahead and do that for you. In the meantime, we'll start with the runner-up, Luers Lady Knights. They had 36 team rebounds, turned the ball over 11 times, 24 of 73 from the field for 33%, 7 of 28 from the three-point line for 25%, and 14 of 20 from the free throw line for 70%. Individually, Kayla Kanapke had 17 points and 3 rebounds. Catherine Kanapke had 4 points and 6 rebounds. Madison Jennings had 3 rebounds. Emma Wolf had 23 points and 5 rebounds. Taylor Bradley had 9 points and 7 rebounds. Grace Everett had 2 points and 4 rebounds. Sarah Braun had 14 points and 8 rebounds. And that will do it for the Luers Lady Knights, who finished their season 14-10 in a 72-69 loss to the Norwell Lady Knights. For Norwell, they had 25 team rebounds, 15 turnovers, 23 of 50 from the field for 46%, 10 of 23 from the three-point line for 43%, and 16 of 22 from the line for 73%. Individually, Mackenzie Sawyer had 8 points and 3 rebounds. Kaylee Roller had 9 points and 5 rebounds. Courtney Beer had 2 rebounds. Stephanie Conrad had 27 points and 8 rebounds. Quinn Shelton had 14 points and 3 rebounds. Casey Strunk had 14 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And that will round out the team total of 72 for your Norwell Lady Knights, who wrap up their 6th sectional title in a row over these Luers Lady Knights in incredible fashion.
Yeah, it was a great basketball game. And Norwell really, I thought, brought the intensity level they needed. If they hadn't, Luers would have taken them out early, Noah.
I can't believe how this game really went, actually. When you look at Harold's prediction, Norwell Lady Knights winning by 10, you knew that it was going to be closer than that.
Yeah,
I mean, just by knowing what Bishop Luers brought to the table when they played them the last time during the regular season, the Knights from Norwell only winning by 3 points.
Yeah.
But, I really wasn't expecting overtime. I knew it was going to be close, but overtime was crazy. But, the Luers Knights really did a great job tonight. I think we all can agree on that. And I think that technical coming from the Luers coach, that really turned the tables.
It did.
Because it gave Norwell, 2 opportunities to get easy points. Stephanie Conrad only hit the 1, but then we got the ball back and we scored on that possession.
In reality, 8 points are connected to that technical because the 3 from Quinn Shelton before the technical bounced in, and then the technical came and a basket, and then a 3-point play from Conrad that resulted in a big Norwell lead, which they eventually gave it up, but then came back again. They're perfect in overtime still this year, and it was an unusually high-scoring overtime. Norwell 14-11 in just 4 minutes of play.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's half the time of a regular quarter. You're looking at a 28-point quarter for the Knights, although they did put up 27 in the first quarter last night against Heritage. Now, that being said, a lot of those points were scored without the clock running due to free throws. But I'd like to see the Lady Knights get a little bit sharper on the front end of those 1-and-1s. Casey Strunk really did a great job of coming through late for Norwell, in addition to guarding Emma Wolf all night long, having the assignment for her. Norwell played man-to-man a lot of this basketball game tonight. They were not in the 1-3-1 to try to prevent those outside shots. And between Casey and Quinn, they did a good job of getting the hand in her face. And what did Wolf end up from the floor?
I had Emma shooting 9 of 32.
9 of 32.
Wow.
Which, she was at one point 3 of 23 or something, or 6 of 23, I think.
Yeah, she hit the big ones again. Yeah. Was not able. She had a look in towards the end of overtime and was not able to convert as it was not close. And then Conrad pulled down the rebound and ran out the clock.
Again, though, good pursuit by Casey Strunk. Got out of her normal rhythm. Not able to go up strong with the shot. Well, fellas, we do have one more job to do, and that's to name a New Holland Tri-County Player of the Game. And Noah, you get first crack at it.
We've mentioned her name quite a bit here in the post-game show. I'm going with Casey Strunk. She did a great job tonight guarding the Wolf. Really getting a hand in her face whenever she was around, and really she was always around. Honestly, Casey played a great game. She's had a heck of a season this year as a senior. She's continuing her basketball career at Anderson next year. Tonight she just, and she stayed in for the entire game too. You got to put that into perspective as well.
Yep. Derek, what do you think?
I like Casey because she knocked down free throws down the stretch. She did a fantastic job on Emma Wolf. She shared the ball really well. She's just an assist machine, and she kept her cool and actually Norwell as a team did a nice job of keeping her cool because that game got physical again, kind of like we expected it to. Casey sustained a blow that was just a blatant shot, and she's just emotion. She's just and she does not show her emotion outside of her face. And
no, she
we
really
know
doesn't.
She's pretty emotional inside, and she knows that she does things, what she does and everything. But yeah, she does a nice job of keeping her cool on the floor. Had 14 points in that one as well. The last 2 times she made her free throws down the stretch in regulation and then in overtime, which eventually resulted in a Norwell victory.
Yeah, and you can't say enough about the fact that this definitely was a team victory for the Knights.
Sure.
Quinn Shelton hot early. Kaylee Roller made some big defensive plays, had a huge steal right there towards the end. Mackenzie Sawyer was knocking down threes early.
Yep.
Stephanie Conrad had another big night with 27 points and 8 assists. But I'm with you guys. Casey Strunk, the player of the game, certainly in my book. 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Or that might be actually have been the other way around. 5 assists and 4 rebounds.
Yeah, well, 5 might be a little, because that was 5 in the first half. So
yeah.
I'm guessing she probably had some I probably missed.
Oh, that's all right. She had a great game, and she will be tonight's New Holland Tri-County Player of the Game in the sectional championship as Norwell takes the trophy again here tonight at the Castle. It was a fantastic game. Tell your friends about it. Have them watch it on the archive because it truly is an instant classic. I'm already getting texts from folks who watched and have said just what a great game it was. And it was a dandy. We're privileged to be able to bring it to you. A 72-69 overtime victory for the Knights. Next Saturday morning, Noah Tobias, Derek Decker, and myself, Greg Van Meter, will be at Columbia City to bring you the first game of the 3A Regional between Norwell and Heritage Christian. But in the meantime, we'll have a boys game for you next Friday from Huntington North High School. And that's an NE8 game, the last NE8 game of the season.
Yeah, Huntington North beat New Haven today.
I saw that.
So puts Columbia City in sole control of the conference.
Yeah, all they have to do is take care of business.
Yep.
And they win the conference. But tonight, it's all about the girls. Once more for your final. Norwell 72, Bishop Luers 69 in overtime. For Derek and Noah, this is Greg saying so long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.